What's up? Welcome to another episode of Money Down Podcast. I'm your host, Praise the Professor.
Yep, it's your boy, Gator the GOAT.
It's your other co-host, Dre the Gambler.
Yes, so we're going to bring y'all today, Florida State versus Georgia Tech, week 0 prediction. Gator, you'll start us off.
All right. So we got Florida State versus Georgia Tech in Aviva Stadium in Dublin, Ireland. 12 p.m. noon. That is 5 p.m. in Ireland. So when you go to put your money down, remember that. 12 p.m. here is 5 p.m. over there. All right. So you got a spread at 10.5. You got a spread at 10.5 favoring FSU. The money line is a 110. The money line on Florida State is a 110. We got DJ over there at Florida State. I'm going to be honest with you. In this game right here, I don't think that they're going to ride DJ too much for him to be the actual reason why they win or lose. And they're not going to put him in that position this early. I feel like they have one of the better offensive lines, and I feel like they got some running backs that can showcase a lot of talent. I feel like Florida State is going to come out. They're going to run this ball. They're going to run it heavy. They're going to draw that defense in, that terrible defense that's at Georgia Tech. They're going to draw that defense in. And then they're gonna throw a couple passes. It might get some big shots, but it don't take but one or two big shots. You're not finna see DJ come out here and throw the ball 30-something times a game, 400-something yards. I'm not expecting him to do that. But on the other hand, with Georgia Tech, we have Hayes King. This man had every bit of 2,800-something passing yards, 700+ rushing yards, 37 total touchdowns. It's not going to be a cakewalk. It's not going to be easy. They returning a 1,000-yard rusher for the first time since 2017 in Jamal Haynes. 1,000-yard rusher. I want to say that he might have been the lead rusher in the ACC last year. If he wasn't the lead rusher, he was one of the leading rushers in the ACC. So they got something to fight with. Over there at Georgia Tech, playing at 5 p.m. over there, 12 o'clock over here. Florida State is not one of the best teams playing at noon. Their body still might seem like it's a noon, even though it's 5, and they're not one of the best teams. But coming out of the gates, Florida State with that defensive line, tenacious defense, that secondary led by one of the great DB coaches and players, and Patrick Surtain. I feel like Florida State is going to win this game, and I got Florida State winning 38-27. So I would take Florida State minus 10.5, but I would take Georgia Tech and boost my points up to 14 if you just want to take Georgia Tech. Take Georgia Tech with 2 touchdowns and you should cover.
Okay.
All right, Gator. I'm trailing you with that, behind you with Florida State. I think Florida State just got too much talent. I respect Georgia Tech. I respect everything that they did last year. And the last time these two teams met, 2022, Mike Norvell already seen these guys. It was 41-16. 41-16. I don't think Georgia Tech only put up 2 touchdowns this year. I like them to score a few more points, but I still like the same outcome. I'm going with the nose. I think the rushing attack is going to be too much for them. I know Georgia Tech's returns their offensive line from last year, but I still think their front 7 for Florida State is going to be too much. I think Patrick Surtain in that secondary, they're going to be locking stuff up. And, yeah, I really don't think Georgia Tech put up a fight for too long. I think they make it interesting early on, and they may get a late touchdown to make it a little bit closer than what the game actually was. But I think actually watching this game, Florida State is going to be winning by a large margin from the eye test. But my final prediction is Florida State 38, Georgia Tech 24. I'm personally betting on Hard Rock. The spread is 10.5. I'm actually going to buy it down by a point to be on the safe side. And I'm going to get Florida State at minus 9.5, so they have to win by even 10. That's my lock for that game. And, yeah, that's what I got. What you got,
Yes,
Perry?
sir.
Okay, I like that. First off, I'm going to start off with piggyback on what you said, Dre. Mike Norvell did see Georgia Tech, but it was a different Georgia Tech team. He didn't see this Georgia Tech team. The one he seen, they were still pretty much just getting over running the option. They were just getting over, coming over from running the triple option, switching head coaches or whatever. So I'm gonna start it off like this. Is Florida State the better team? Yes, Florida State the better team. Do Florida State got better talent? Yes, Florida State has better talent from the top to the bottom. Does Florida State have a better coach? Yes, they has the better coach. But 8 months after getting left out of the college football playoff and losing 63-3 in the Orange Bowl to the University of Georgia, they start their quest to try to go and win the ACC again. I think if it was like maybe week 4, week 5, Florida State probably steamrolls this game. They probably cover the spread, might win by 14.
Right.
But knowing it's week 0, and also Georgia Tech previously traveled to Dublin in 2016 and beat Boston College 17-14. With that being said, it's not Florida State, but they still got a feel on how the field is. They done played there, how the atmosphere is. They done been there before as a team. Georgia Tech brings back dual threat quarterback Hines King, who led the ACC with 27 passing touchdowns. He passed for 2,842 yards. He got his running back Jamal Haynes. He's a 1,000-yard rusher, as Gator said previously. They got both of their leading wide receivers back. One of them had 700 and some with 6 touchdowns. The other one had about 500 and some with 5 touchdowns. On the defensive side, they lost a couple on defense, but they hit the transfer portal and got some needs that they need. They brought back the leading tackle and their linebacker. Kyle, he had 81 tackles. He's the linebacker with 81 tackles. The DB, Jalen King, who led the team with 4 interceptions. With that being said, I'm starting off with taking the over. I think it would be an over game.
Right.
And my prediction for the game will be Georgia Tech, not to cover the 10.5 or the 11, depending on where you got it at. I have already placed my ticket, and I put my money down on the Yellow Jackets. I went money line. I feel that Georgia Tech will start the game off, and Florida State will start off slow. I feel like DJ is going to he's going to fumble the ball or turn the ball over somewhere in the third quarter, where Georgia Tech will go ahead and go up probably by 14, which will force Florida State to get out of the game plan and become a pass-first team. Georgia Tech do not want to come from behind with Florida State running the ball, because Georgia Tech cannot stop Florida State from rushing the ball. So Georgia Tech got to start out fast, and they got to get out the gates. But my prediction, final score for that game, I feel like Georgia Tech will win that game 38-35.
Okay. Fred, hold on, Gator.
Go ahead.
Fred, I got one rebuttal to what you said about that game in Dublin against Boston College.
Okay.
Just like you said, that's not the same Georgia Tech team that Mike Norvell beat in 2022. That team that went to Dublin and played Boston College, that was 2016, my brother. That has nothing to do with this football team right now.
Okay, and I'm rebuttal back on something with you. I'm gonna go. Hey, matter of fact, Gator, I'm gonna let you go, Gator. I'm gonna let you go. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna ask what that money line was on Georgia Tech. What's the actual money line?
Let me tell you what it is.
Put my money down on them to win. What's that money line?
I'm about to tell you exactly what it is right now, Gator. Let me go to my ticket right now. Early number.
Yeah, Dre, you know that boy Chris Winkie over there, offensive coordinator over there at Georgia Tech.
I don't give a damn.
I feel, that prediction with that 38-27, 38-24, I believe Georgia Tech gonna be able to score some points. I just don't think they're going to have enough with Florida State. And they might struggle to even put up that many points if that defense come out biting like it's supposed to. That defense is what it's supposed to be. They're gonna be in trouble.
Georgia Tech money line now is currently a plus 340. So if you put $100 down, you'll profit $340.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
I'm gonna say one more thing. I feel that Georgia Tech already knows how their offense is going to be ran, how it's going to run. They don't got to do too much plug and play. They already there in position. They just ready to play. Florida State got to do a lot of plug and play. They got to get the feel of each other on the field. It's not the same as a garner and goal game or scrimmage or nothing like that. It's week 0 and it's a real game. So they don't have time for DJ to try to get the feel of the game and come out with all that dinking and dunking and stuff. Because like I say, Florida State going to be able to run the ball at will. If Georgia Tech defense look anything like last year, they're not going to stop the run. But from doing my research and stuff, I think Georgia Tech defense is going to look a lot better. I just think if Georgia Tech and Hines King can cut down on some of those turnovers, I actually think Georgia Tech can have the best offense in the ACC.
I think DJ do whatever he want to do against Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
He come from the ACC. It ain't like this something new to him. He was a starter in the ACC for 2 years.
Georgia Tech ain't got one of the best defenses in the world.
Damn sure don't.
Nah, they don't. But when I hear the first thing come to my mind when I hear DJ name come out to the ACC.
Hold on. Wait, Gator. How many ACC teams beat DJ when he was in the ACC?
If I ain't mistaken, I think it was 2.
In 2 years?
I don't know about 2 years. I just know 1 year he lost 2.
Okay.
He lost 2 games behind probably, if not the best, probably top 3 best defenses in the nation.
Yeah, he ain't had that much talent over there when he was at Clemson either.
What a great offensive line and a good run game.
Same thing you got at Florida State, right?
Yeah, side the defense. I don't think they got a great defense, but I can't say they got a top 1, 2, or 3 defense yet. I seen that Clemson. We all seen that defense. So
I feel like he got a better offensive mind. I think this is probably the best offensive mind he's had since he's been in college. I think he can tap into that potential for real with Mike Norvell, and he has way more weapons than he had at Clemson.
They got microphones and stuff in them helmets now.
Yeah, they do, but see, I don't even think that's the problem with DJ.
He just ass.
I think DJ mechanics and release is just too slow. I think he read coverage is too slow. I just think he hesitate.
Okay.
I think he hesitate. But with that being said, we all done gave y'all our week 0 predictions on the Florida State and Georgia Tech, so we're going to cap it up. Gator gave y'all his prediction. He had Florida State winning the game. Drake gave y'all his prediction. He got Florida State winning the game. And my prediction was upset alert for Florida State. I got Georgia Tech winning the game on the money line.
Upset alert.
Well,